Hey guys, welcome back to FACEIT TV here for the G2A.com Cup, the European edition. We do have racing off against 3D Max, the Finns. They had an okay game on Dust 2, the first map, their pick, but wasn't quite good enough. 69 was the result, and now we move on to LDLC's map, which is going to be Overpass. So prospects don't look particularly good for 3D Max, but that's what we would expect looking at these two teams. So what do you think? Do you think they can pull out something special here?
Well, I think LDLC's map is the operative term. They're one of the better teams on Overpass at the moment, one of the more aggressive on the CT side. When we've seen them play matches before, you've seen them take up the kind of upper towards A area, like a surge at the beginning of the round and slowly withdraw back to the side, which you don't often see from other teams. So I fully expect LDLC to come out with the big W here. That said, I do not know what to expect from 3D Max personally. I have not seen them play this map, so they could have something up in their sleeve. But again, look, we've got this massive push here from the CTs, and it looks like they may... Oh, it's a knife round. What am I doing? Holy potatoes. That was embarrassing.
I was never going to say.
You were just going to let me hang myself, weren't you?
I was never going to say.
Oh, there's a massive rush towards the terrorists. This is going to be crazy. Oh, they're using knives. What's going on?
I wish you could get on the swings. I've been on the swing in ages.
You can shoot the swings around the pole.
Really?
It takes ages because you have to use momentum as well, but you can sit there and do it with Deagle.
Nice. Can
be done. I've done it. That's how much I play this game.
What are they doing with this knife round? They're taking it into the underpass here.
I can't believe I actually completely I just went nuts and I thought that we were live. Okay, this is...
Oh, Shox, don't be that guy, please. These are the guys that are like... These two,
they're yobbos.
It's like the scumbag move to like run around with a knife.
We've seen at least 2 1v4s on knife rounds.
Yep.
Due to these kind of shenanigans. It does get... I don't know, I'm not going to commentate it.
Well, it's pretty doable for Shox here, and of course, actually, it's really important on this map. Like, if you
Shox is funneling them, and they're going for it as well.
Oh, he's going to win this now.
Why? See, Nasu's lost patience.
And the sick thing is...
Can he lose now? Oh.
No, he can't.
Did he just crouch? The guy complete reflex whiffed entirely.
By the way...
This is embarrassing.
One trick. I'm gonna reveal a trick. I'm gonna reveal a trick now on knife rounds that not many people know about. If you're in a knife round and you get these one-on-ones, what you need to do is you need to, when they go in for the mouse 2, what you need to do is you need to like do // then stab. If you do // stab, you will always kill them, because if they're holding the mouse 2, the reload is so long on the stab that you'll be able to kill them every time, and they won't be able to run away. So if you're in a one-on-one like that, you will always win it if you do that.
Knife masters know that.
So I'm just throwing that out there because
these are things you need to know, guys.
Yeah. I think there are some people that will kill me for revealing these secrets. But
really?
Yeah, because we use these to always win knife rounds on FACEIT, man.
I just win them because I'm a boss.
So anyway, we're going into the pistol now, and again, it's a really big deal. LDLC could potentially just close this map out straight away. Just like get a 16 through his scoreline if they really lock this down. All starts here though on the pistol, and then goes to push through the sewers, and that is not a pleasant sight for Shox. Hey, though, going to be rocking that 5-7. He usually would buy the CZ, actually, but obviously he's swapping that out for the 5-7 now. Good choice. And they are actually on the side, but the bomb is yet to go down, and the flank is coming in. We see kioShiMa making his way through kind of the B-long area. And look at this. Could even have pulled out the knife himself. And that's going to be all she wrote.
They waited.
Surviving.
They didn't win the duels. They didn't get the bomb plant. Not ideal there for 3D Max after a good start. Ooh, kioShiMa bringing out the P90. I just bought a Death by... What's it called? Death by Kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just bought one of those today, actually. And I named it Magic Mushrooms.
Why?
Because it's all psychedelic and crazy. I don't know from first-person experience, of course. Although no one will believe that now, but honestly, I don't. I just thought it was appropriate as all. Okay, so LDLC with a strong start on the heavily favoured CT side. kioShiMa with the Gatling gun. Gonna get 2 frags on this anti-eco. Nobody dead yet for LDLC, only 2 players remaining here for 3D Max. The Juan Dig does come out. Haven't seen one of those for a while. Ooh, that's a nice crossfire.
So 3 players left now, and it's starting to get a little bit awkward. Happy does pick himself up the good old Tech 9, and Shox going to pick up a kill with that P50. So things going all right now for the CTs. LDLC just got 1 player left. The other Khan pulls out a knife. Going to go for the stab. That's not going to happen, I'm afraid. You're going to have 3 players surviving there, so that's fine for 3D Max. Good result.
After that knife round, I'm surprised they bothered trying to use the knife again.
Right now, though, they should be buying pistols again. They're gonna need to eco again anyway. Well, they're gonna have to eco here to buy next round. They're gonna have a surplus of money now. Okay, they did buy a few things, but they still have a lot of cash.
xartE's only gone with a Glock, and he has more money than anybody else, which is interesting.
He could easily have bought P50.
He wants AWP, though.
But he could still afford an AWP in the following round. So that's interesting. But I guess maybe he wants the Kevlar helmet, I guess, is probably the idea there. And I think he'll have just enough for both by not buying anything. So that's pretty smart, I guess. We'll have to see how the money works out exactly. Could do some math, but that's usually like me constructing a noose and then hanging myself with it. You know, cast the math. It's not good.
Do it. Hey, you got to be brave, man.
I do it sometimes, and so far it's been going okay. But
you're not feeling brave today. I tried to get Dan to wear a paper bag earlier.
Yeah, I've done some crazy stuff, but that seems a little bit too. It's not that it's crazy; it's just that I don't like.
You don't trust me.
I don't like what would happen on the caption contest. For that,
if you were wearing a paper bag.
Yeah, I think the undertones they're.
You don't know what I'm capable of while you're wearing a paper bag.
Yeah, let's move really fast away from this, please. kioShiMa is just kind of like gonna sit there, in the old boost spot.
What is he doing?
He's trolling. It's like a smoke there being readied. Interesting. Wait, xartE gonna.
Oh, he's still moving. Teammate's got to hand some assistance as he misses the second shot as well.
So that's really nice to find a quick pick here. Now, obviously, LDLC have gone for a very defensive setup now. They're all at the back of the sides, and they've left 2 on either side, but we'll have to see if 3D Max are going to be able to push in, because right now they've already got the pick, and they're already going to have a really huge advantage on the numbers.
Ooh,
so
look at this.
It's all about that execution and the coordination with the nades. So what we're looking for right now is 3D Max showing us that they have done their rehearsal on these set plays, because that's what this is all about.
What is he lining that up with, I wonder? Okay.
Alright, this is nice so far. Natu going to pick up the entry there through long, and so far so good. They get the 2 kills without response for the players on that A site, and this is textbook stuff coming in from 3D Max. So far, they are unable to get the bomb down, but it doesn't matter unless kioShiMa is able to go huge and find 3 more kills. All of a sudden, does have the second. There's just 2 more players left. Surely not. kioShiMa tossing over the incendiary onto the side. They still can't plant the bomb. This is kind of awkward now, all of a sudden. kioShiMa goes in, does have a one-on-one. Oh, getting the shots, just clipping onto xartE, missing the shot. They're both so low. How is this doable for kioShiMa? I don't know, but it is. Make his way back in through those flashes. How is he still standing at this point? And he will take down xartE. This could be an embarrassment. He won't find the kill on the remaining player, but almost pulling off a 1-on-4. Unreal.
That was far too expensive for 3D Max. Did they have 4 players on the site versus 2, was it?
It was 4 versus 2. They got the 2 entries of the guys on A just immediately. And it was a 4-on-2. With them on the site.
This is definitely going to be an uphill slog. Again, LDLC, a very strong team on Overpass when they're all alive, but great individual performances we're seeing here as well.
Yeah, and I mean, it wasn't as if he was just snapping their necks like really fast. They were genuinely missing a lot of shots against him, so that's not going to feel good for them right now, and giving kioShiMa way too many opportunities. And we can see the result, just a deagle on Disturbed, because he really wanted to have the money for the smoke, the flash and the incendiary. So we'll have to see what they're able to do with this. It looks like they're lining up potentially another set play towards the B site, this time without having an opening kill as they did in the previous round, and without the firepower they had in the previous round. So it's going to be very interesting to see if this goes quite so well for them.
They have the AWP to open things up, but they are not being engaged right now. They're starting to push main. There is a frag on Happy. The counter flashes are coming in from the CTs. We've got 3 on the site right now. They're using Molotov to control the space, but the smoke will stop that. And the bomb isn't going to go down once again. Shox coming in now. Only 2 3D Max players left. The bomb has finally gone down, and only Reflex remains.
At least the bomb is down, though, in this round. There it is. His head gets lopped off by Shox, and they secure it. So I did like some of those grenades that we saw from 3D Max. Obviously, though, they weren't in a position where they could get an opening kill. It would have made all the difference it did in the previous round. And it would have been hard for them to find it even because LDLC were playing a very passive style. And I think, you know, they weren't really leaving 3D Max with many other options. And 3D Max gave a good go at that round. So I'm impressed that 3D Max have the plays to address situations correctly. But of course, whenever you're running a play against LDLC, they are really strong individually. It's always going to be difficult, no matter how appropriate your play is.
Again, those favoured M4A4s allowing lots of spray here for LDLC. Spray happy today. We've got 2 terrorist players pushing down a long area. Going to be facing off against kioShiMa. First frag goes his way. Will the second frag though? Yes, it will. With that CZ as well. No players falling on that anti-eco for LDLC, and it is going to be 5-1. 3D Max with a little money in the bank. They're going to have a somewhat minimal buy here. We can see the bank starting to build for LDLC after losing all of no one in that previous round. So it's going to be an extra 5k in the bank for all of those players. And again, we've got the aggressive positioning here we're talking about. The flash coming in for SmithZz. There's going to be some blind players up top. And again, they retreat afterwards, which is what we mentioned before, and that's kind of standard vintage play here for LDLC. Doesn't reward them on this occasion, but often does. And they've retreated all the way back to the bomb sites. But the fact that they've pushed so far often means that the Ts have to clear areas out very, very slowly, and Happy's going to clear xartE off the map. So
one way you can take advantages on this map as a CTs is to play with forward positions. It does come at its own risk. But against really, really top-level teams, you're going to want to try to take risks like that to get edges in the right spots. But we'll hold that forward as we are seeing 3D Max pushing through the toilets now. And, of course, there is a very close player in Shox. He's going to get taken down. That's a good movement now from 3D Max as their chances to bust into the A site is increasing. But those smokes are going to definitely delay them. But they don't have much time on the clock at the moment. And LDLC know that this push has to just come in on A, and there's no other argument to be made. Smoke is to actually dissipate. The bomb flying there. They can't get in. These re-smokes are so annoying. 20 seconds on the board. 15 seconds now to make this happen. Calm with the great pick. It's 2-on-2. They have to go in, and they've got to go in now, and they try, but the bomb is going to get dropped. And there it is. Good defense from LDLC. But just to quickly finish, my point is that LDLC know they're the better team. They know they've got better execution individual skills. So they don't have to play as risky a gameplay, even if it does lend some advantages here on a map like Overpass.
Do you feel like there needs to be an additional approach to the A bomb site? Because if they don't breach A via B, then there's pretty much only one entrance to it. And you can see what happens when you get continually cut off with smokes there.
Yeah, the only response I think is, and we see it from a lot of teams, is just smoking all the positions that they want to fight you from. So like they smoke your choke points off, but if you smoke the points that they have to actually catch you when you're going through their smokes, if you smoke off that and Molotov it off, then you can get through and you can just bum rush through. And we do see a lot of top teams going for plays like that to try to just force the issue on A, because otherwise we have that situation where they're just sitting there. They're sitting there, and then they can't do anything.
Yeah, so in a way, A on this site is like B on Inferno. It's like the site names are the wrong way around, basically. Because yeah. B's the one where you can launch at least a 2-pronged assault.
Yeah, definitely. Happy. We saw him do amazing things here against NIP in the grand finals of DreamHack 2014, and still a reliable guy to get those kills with that AWP. But so far, 3D Max trying to just get some position here, and this is again the difficulty of this map. If the CTs want to play forward positions, they've got so many options. Working with these toilets and also the park area is really, really strong for the CTs. We can see how they got the bomb there. They're going to smoke it off, and it's all about the third player coming in from the B side to try to like find an angle to crush this this T aggression. Very tough angles to deal with here for the Ts. You can see struggling to find the right place to look to. As NBK picks off reflex, and there it is. kioShiMa will finish him off.
How many rounds do 3D Max need on this half?
I think they need at least 5, I'd say.
I think they need 7.
Against LDLC, they're gonna need they're gonna need a huge amount of rounds, whichever way you look at it. But I feel like on this map, for how the map plays out, I feel like I think 5 is okay. Pretty CT sided. And Happy doing happy business over by Long with the AWP, wrecking some faces. They do actually lose 2 players, so it's not a huge face wrecking without response. There is a small response, but it's not going to matter. LDLC is so rich, 9-1.
3 AWPs on LDLC side. But one thing to note there was Happy had the AWP and the P250 as backup, and if he had the CZ, he would not have been able to draw the gun in time to get that pistol frag there. So you can see instant changes there. Honest Guns back on the scene. It's a great day to play Counter-Strike.
So there's so many ways they can play with these AWPs. They can get really aggressive if they want, but they're just keeping some kind of middle of the road kind of aggression, not full out. But ooh, reflexing with the CZ, showing that it can still do some damage. And we'll find himself at AWP, but in comes NBK from the flank. Going to be able to spray down 2 players. It's a really, really big movement there from him. He's going to be able to give his teammate a decisive advantage here. And finding the last one in the toilets.
That pre-fire. Yeah, P250 is all over the place now. It's great.
Yeah, it's only $300. It's really cheap.
Yeah, it's always been a good gun. It's got really good recoil as well.
Yeah.
You can spam it fairly well without the recoil going absolutely nuts. Only requires a bit of control.
Good armor penetration. It's definitely a really good pistol.
3 AWP. And that's kioShiMa. Look at that timing on those keys. That was brilliant. Come on. That was good.
Yep. Yeah, it's really nice from kioShiMa there in that position. The underpass area, the tunnel, the whatever you call it in your area of the world. The Krieg. Don't often see the Krieg come out to play, but when it does have some damage. So there you go, 3-on-3 now. The 3 AWPs remaining. Smith still kind of forward by the toilet area. Gonna have to fall back now, as it doesn't have any support. Could get attacked from either the park or the toilet side, so he's going to just get a better position. And with the AWPs as well, I mean, having those positions at the back of these sites with AWPs is really good too on this map. It's not like it's too close range, really. You can get some great shots in.
3D Max with 2 smokes, but if they can't find the CTs, they have to gamble as to where to throw those smokes to cut off these AWPs, although I doubt they're going to be expecting to be up against the 3 remaining AWPs here, which is also a factor. There is an angle where SmithZz is standing on the kind of park area, so you've got to be careful when you cross that final corner. Got the preemptive counter flashes coming in. That will reveal his position. Let's see if he gets smoked off. Indeed he does. Molotov coming in onto the site as well. Gets the first frag. Enough time to get the CZ out, and SmithZz is still broken by design. 11-1 LDLC.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see how many players will keep the CZ in their arsenal. As we already saw that NBK has switched his CZ slot for a 5.7. 5.7s are really good, really good. And I'm surprised that we don't see more Tech 9s. But we'll have to hold that thought. We have SmithZz going for a very aggressive push with the AWP. I would have expected more plays like this, but so far they haven't been super aggressive. But in comes the fire from NBK, going to stop the push immediately onto the site. In goes the smoke as well. Natu going to flash himself through there and find the angle. The shot cannot be connected by from Happy with that AWP. So with that great smoke over by the barrels, they have a good opportunity to get in this bomb site. But they are kind of lagging behind here. 3D Max, not super coordinated, but the bomb's going to go down. Shox still behind the barrels. I don't know if they know he's there. Oh, he's going to be able to help SmithZz get the kill onto Natu. And really, really incredibly good position here for Shox. Disturbed reflex and Khan just waiting really patiently.
Disturbed's position though, he could have naded those barrels from that connector area. Let's see if SmithZz has got enough time to defuse the bomb here.
He's going to have to go for the hold here, I think. Just he's not going to go for it. This bomb is so far ticked. It's now too late, and SmithZz going to go down.
Takes everyone down with him though. Just too good with that big white and orange gun. 3D Max double their score to 2, and they're going to need all the remaining rounds here if they are to mount an offense on the second half. 2 AWPs now for LDLC, so slightly changing things up. $33,000 of equipment on them compared to the $21,000 of 3D Max.
Oh, that's a wonderful Molotov. Surprised that smokes can get rid of the Molotovs, but the water can't in the sewer area. But xartE going to make this play. Great shot there onto Happy. That's going to punch a hole through onto the site of B, but he can't quite get through just yet. He needs some kind of support here, and he can get smoked off now. But oh my! Wow, that doesn't happen every day. Finding a stray bullet onto CT's head. And now we have a 3-on-2, so 3D Max might just be able to pull another round out. And we'll have to see if xartE is going to be able to do much more with this Galil. So far, very deadly. Shox not going to win his duel, so it's all on SmithZz and the AWP and the CZ. Definitely an awkward position here. He would do very well to even get 1 or 2 frags. He's got to like top flash himself out there before he goes through the smoke. Does get wall banged. Really, really good map knowledge there from xartE. That's going to be the 3rd frag found by xartE with that Galil, and all 3 frags were very nice and unconventional.
Yeah, and that's going to be another important round here for 3D Max. Again, the pistol's going to be key in the second half, but they do need to get this round as well. kioShiMa's going to pick up a 3rd AWP, but Shoxy only with a FAMAS, which is interesting.
But here it is, SmithZz with the aggressive play on the AWP again. And there are the counter nades, and this is one of the reasons why pushing is so fun as the CTs, because you get to actually waste a lot of the nades of the Cs. Oh, that reaction, beautiful.
Please.
Love it. And that was just a spot as well. I mean, he was just, I thought he'd be pretty safe going for a jump there, but SmithZz too fast. Showing why he is the AWPer of LDLC, the dedicated AWPer. But this character over here, Happy, he is quite a good AWPer himself. He usually just picks it up in spots where he likes the position to use it. He's not super dynamic with it like you know SmithZz is supposed to be. But there will be spots and roles for Happy where he will pick that AWP up and he's going to be really deadly because he knows it to a science. So SmithZz going to go aggressive again, finding himself a flick. It's like he's playing deathmatch at the moment, just running around.
Rambo, French Rambo on the scene right now.
You have to give him the bandana at the next round that you see him. Because if he's not, he should be wearing a bandana.
He should be wearing a bandana.
kioShiMa now finding a frag. It must be so frustrating playing against all these AWPs. Because how do you circumvent all these AWPs? Especially in these spots where, like, you only have so many nades as the Ts. If you want to like try to push a site, you kind of want some nades left over to actually do that. But then if you're afraid that there's an AWP around every corner and you kind of want to flash yourself in to at least safely take these angles, then by the time you get to the site, you don't have many nades left, if any at all. So it's pretty scary.
I know pros publicly say that they quite like overpass, but I mean, I don't see the point of taking off train if you add overpass, considering how lopsided this is. But we can get to that a bit later. And 3D Max get off to a good start with 2 frags here, but xartE gets caught reloading and NBK will take him out. Reflex 2 frags though on kioShiMa and NBK. Happy last man standing versus 4, sorry, takes out 1. Doesn't have the bomb, so this is going to be a long and arduous task.
Might just be a very fun one though. Happy's still got a good chunk of armor left to his name. Going to spot already 1 player and another one over by the squeaky door. So Happy not finding those one bullet frags that he really needs right now to make his situation a little bit easier. And he doesn't really have a safe way to get to the bomb. I mean, he'll have to take either the very roundabout way or go through Squeaky, and they're kind of ready for this. They're ready for him to go through this tiny little gap. Look at this. Look at these positions. There's just no way. And Happy's going to go down. So the pistol being picked up by 3D Max, and it is very doable for them to find their way back into this match on the CT side. They're going to have some really good defenses or defensive setups on both sides, to be honest. LDLC they know all the grenades. They know how to play those heavy hitting A pushes where they don't care about your grenades, where they just smoke and Molotov you out. And that said, they can do that on C as well.
Yes, they've gone for the full force buy here, but they've almost been completely cleaned out by 3D Max. Only Shoxy remaining. So let's stay with him and see what he can do here. We've got Reflex on 19 HP, so he's going to need to get the hell out of dodge. He is going to be running around with a teammate, so the trade frag will be possible should he fall.
Is he with Disturbed? Because he should really give his gun to Disturbed, to be honest.
He is. That is a good point, actually.
I mean, so that Disturbed can go first with the gun.
They have split up now, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, that would have been a good idea.
Because in a spot like this, I think one would even consider just playing the sites, like 2 on one side, 1 on the other, just so that you don't risk somebody being on a site with 10 HP. You know, because that's the nightmare situation here. That's how Shox makes this work. Is he gets an early 1-on-1 and then finds a guy with low HP. So we'll have to see if he's able to do this. They are definitely evading him so far, but he's running out of time. Soon he's going to have to just go for the plant, and he's going to get caught from the side. So no comeback for Shox in that round. 12-5 the score, and 3D Max. They only lost 2 players in the end there, so that's quite manageable.
Yes, it is, and we'll see the full eco coming out for LDLC so they can buy in the following round. Although they have gone for a bunch of flashbangs here, so we may go for a fast play to try and get the bomb plant. Let's see what they do. Indeed, with Shoxy playing a bit behind. Looks like they are going to throw flashes on site. But natu getting the first frag. They're stuck in the tunnel. The counter flashes will come out for the CT. They're going to get chopped down.
natu going for the ace, and he's going to find the ace. All stuck, all just and very neatly coming through, single file through the tunnel there. And the flashes from Shox are nice, but if those flashes aren't perfect, then it's a really big tell, and your entire team's going to die like that. So 12-6, 3D Max now up against the AKs of LDLC, but LDLC having kind of invested a lot in the pistol in the round 2 rounds ago with the pistol and having some nades. They don't actually have any nades now to play with.
Yes,
like
they are very, very lacking, and that is a big frag there, but Shoxy will even things out once again. Just running around towards J site on his own.
In theory, if 3D Max has perfect knowledge of the buy of LDLC and they know that they don't have many nades, although we'll come back to this point because Shox is going to take over the lobby, the bank area, and natu's going to have to try to find him out. And he's going to find the 1-on-1, he gets the kill. That's a really good play there from natu. Having that kill is a really big deal. Shox will stay alive there. It's going to be really hard to do this retake, but now obviously they're just going to constrict the position and he's going to go down by Optimus. But yeah, just if you have like perfect knowledge of the opponent's buy and you see that they have like 3 smokes and like 2 flashes or something, you don't really need to push that aggressively, because if you just like with these sites the way they are, if you just hold them, if they don't have any nades to help them through onto the site, it's really hard. So you can just stay very passive, and that can be really nice a nice way to react to that kind of situation.
The important thing here for LDLC is that they did get the bomb plant down, and they've basically got almost an identical buy this round to the last one. But you can see it's a bit of a different round for them. Happy going to just be hanging around the pipe area on his own as his teammates do start to take map control on the upper A.
I really like
positions.
this. Look, we can see that there's absolutely no nades left from LDLC. They had a few, but they used them all already, and they haven't even gotten close to a site yet. Happy does get the entry, and this has to happen for LDLC. They have to get these entries And there goes a nice smoke onto way. That's going to delay them a little bit. But already going down one player, this could just make this doable now for LDLC.
Yeah, with the AKs, it looks like LDLC are just going to rely on aim duels here to get them through this round. We'll start to approach the A bomb site with 3 men. kioShiMa shot down to 44 HP, which will help with the M4s of 3D Max. The counter flush is coming in, but 3D Max starting to run out of nades themselves. They do spot a few people there. Another counter flash, going to slow LDLC down even more, but it's those nades and mollies that are going to do the big damage.
It's a nicely timed one there, but you can't actually. I like that incendiary, and you can see it's really an arduous task for grenades to get inside. They line up, and he only gets 1. Can't. Does take SmithZz down to 34 points of health, but still that's not going to be enough. In come xartE disturbed, but the bomb is down, so it's going to be a very hard retake. Happy's pretty healthy. His teammates aren't so much though, so it could be doable here. They're going to go for the split. Or actually, no, they're going to go both through bank, and here we go. Disturbed making his way up first, man. Very good now, taking the shots and falling back, and they get it. But wow, that was a really close round actually. As you said, relying on those angels, it's all they had. That's the only thing that they had going for them, is just getting angels.
Yeah, but they were confident that they would come out on top, and come out on top they did. Again, they had the stronger weapons to go for those aim duels as well, and it worked out in their favor. So these small changes, which I forgot to mention, these small changes to overpass that happened recently, you can see it's a lot harder for the CTs to hold from the kind of pit area there, as they have to jump up now. But we have aggressive positioning from the CTs. We've got a 3-man push in upper A. natu with assistance from Khan will take down Shox, and they start to retreat in the same way that LDLC do. They're going to be paranoid. You can see how passive they are in the upper area now. Going to slowly start to take map control and work out where the CTs are and are not. But yeah, those changes to the kind of CT spawn area and the pit where you have to jump up to peek, it kind of exposes your position a bit more and makes life a bit more difficult for the CTs. So, you know, if you can make it that far and get the bomb down as T, then it's easier to hold the sites. But again, it's still an uphill struggle to get into that position in the first place. Now, this is a map that has changed wildly since it first came out. You can see where xartE is. Up to the left, there was an additional kind of overpass over the sewer, which allowed the Ts to advance the site, but it was getting rushed a bit too often, so they removed that. xartE will start the hold against NBK there with the frag, but his position is known, and he's kind of stuck. They're going to push the tunnel with a grenade. Trade frags do come in. SmithZz, only man standing for his team now. And he will fall to Disturbed, along with his teammate Happy.
I really like that spot from xartE. It's one of those spots where the way that you feel is that, okay, I'm really committed there, because as soon as I should get like a very small edge on the reaction time. I'll see them first, because they should in theory be looking to the left, because the left is like for the CT is a safer spot, because the CT can have a peek and then fall back safely. But xartE's position is so exposed, he has to make frags happen there. You can see the eco come in through the sewers, and let's see if they can make it work this time. Last time natu got an ace. There we go. kioShiMa's going to get natu down, but he did take 2 players with him, so it's still going to be really hard. They're in really nice position here for Disturbed as well. They've got the angles. Here. But yeah, just again, to finish the point, you know, xartE in that position, as soon as he's found out, they know exactly where to look. There's no safety, he's totally exposed. And so it's nice to mix those in sometimes. You don't always want to be predictable, and that's a nice mix. I like it.
So we've got 2 Galils coming out for LDLC, the AWP on SmithZz as well. So they've gone from 3 AWPs on the CT side to 1, at least for the time being. No AWP for xartE this round. He is going to be rocking the AK for the time being. 3D Max closing the gap, only a 4-round deficit now on the stronger side, the CT side of this map. We'll see who gets the first opening frag. reFLEX in a strong position to flank, especially with his teammate covering his back here, so we'll see what happens. Disturbed does take down NBK first, but the A-bomb site has been exposed, and they're going to walk straight into it pretty fast here. So this could be terrible for 3D Max.
Yeah, the gamble not paying off, and LDLC planting the French flag in the A-bomb site next to Optimus. The bomb down. Is he going to make some efforts here? Actually making amazing efforts. There's 2 frags, and that's going to be a really, really nice retake coming in. It's just Shox left to try to save this for the French side, but he won't be able to do that, and the bomb is going to get defused. So 3D Max really making this work, and LDLC, they had all the time in the world to have like nice post-pot setup and all this kind of stuff, but they just kind of crumbled against natu.
3D Max made that look easy. LDLC literally walked into the site and planted the bomb with 3 players, and then they all fell with only 1 player falling for 3D Max. So that was a bizarre round to say the least, and 3D Max getting back and further into this. They're going to force LDLC onto the eco now. We have a mixture of weapons, 2 CZs and 2 Deagles, P250 on Happy. So let's see where we can go with this. They're going to just be rushing through the middle, and have they even been heard by the CTs? I think Reflex has noticed something's up. He's going to be dashing back towards the site where I don't know if there's anyone covering it once again for 3D Max. Are we going to see another plant here for LDLC?
Might just see a plant, but the rounds, I don't know. Nice position there for Reflex, already up on the flank. They're coming from all sides at the moment. natu opening it up onto NBK, and this is looking very, very nice now for LDLC. They're very close to making this retake. Sorry, 3D Max, they're very close to making this retake happen, and there it is. They do get it, defuse it super fast. And but the thing is that whilst that may look kind of bad from one sense that LDLC only got a single frag, getting the bomb down was their objective, and that was the highest expectations they had, and they achieved that. So now they're going to have the money that they need, and should they lose this, I think that they're going to be able to force up as well. So 3D Max now in a very important position. They have to take this one, because we're getting really close to this match being closed out, and this is match point for LDLC, let's not forget.
You can see they've changed their position now. They've left the CT's house, sorry. They've left long A early and put 2 people in mid, so I don't want to stop LDLC from walking into sight again. Disturbed wins the duel with Happy. Battle of the spray downs.
And that was Happy did the move that Shox did on Dusty and Short that we talked about before. Same principle. And this is exactly what they needed to have happen. Did you see that pop flash, by the way? I think from xartE. Was it not? No, it was natu. So I think it was over by the B long area. For those of you that caught that, that was really, really nice. Gonna have to copy that one. But here we go. It looks like they are setting up for an A push. In go the smokes. This is going to be a big tell right now, but it's all about the counter grenades. Can they hit those flashes? Can they make LDLC as blind as possible going in? Thing is, though, is that can't see a single thing. Jumps through the smoke, really timely, only gets a single frag, and kioShiMa will get the bomb down. 3 on 3 in for LDLC. Oh, that's beautiful there. Beautiful from kioShiMa. Gets one through the wall, and it's all falling apart for 3D Max. In comes Disturbed to save the day, but it's going to be a Shox that silences him. And Shox has been playing really well in some of these key situations, despite having a low amount of frags.
Getting the important ones.
Exactly. The scoreboard rarely tells the real tale of how things are actually going. 14 to 11. LDLC are a mere 2 rounds away from taking this 2-0 against 3D Max and progressing in the G2A.com Cup for a chunk of that $10,000. And this is an interesting boost here. I don't think I've seen this too commonly.
I think they're just going for a 2-pronged attack rather than a boost. So they get an instant trade there. But it doesn't work out as both of them fall anyway.
And now natu's left with his with a very precarious situation. One on 4, sorry. And he's going to go down as well. So LDLC on the brink of taking this one, and doesn't look like they're having too many troubles at the moment. 3D Max definitely had quite a few good opportunities to actually win this one as well. I mean, we had that situation where some of these B takes didn't quite go the way that they should have done, or too much damage was done on their T side. They had a decent T side, I think, but could have squeezed out a couple more rounds, much like the Dusty match. But Khan going to go with the underpass push here with that AWP. Often, this is very disruptive to the T's play, and in fact, it proves to be no different this time as well, as NBK is going to get taken down by that play. And now they can fall back, and they have an advantage. They can just take those passive positions, and really they're laughing at this point. it's all down to LDLC's ingenuity on the smokes and the flashes to get them in the sights now.
Are they going to try and walk into the sights again? Or are they expecting it to be empty again? They've got 2 frags.
Oh.
Looks like kioShiMa has realized something about those usual CT positions, especially with the changes there, where you're kind of forced to take that position. 2 wall bangs in a row, and xartE is going to be the last man standing here for 3D Max against match point. This is not looking good for them at all. I think we're going to see LDLC going through to the next round. 2v1 now. xartE, everything to play for, but no kit as well. He has no time, no helmet either. He is running out of everything right now. 1 man left to find, but 7 HP versus the AWP.
Gonna go for the
Found
hold
himself a kit.
Here we go. And there it is. Smith's going to take him down. And 16-11 final score. Overall, I'd have to say that 3D Max definitely did a much better job than I anticipated. So, and I liked how they played a lot of the rounds too. On Dust 2, we had a lot of like really legit plays from them where, you know, it wasn't gimmicky. They didn't just win with some crazy, you know, rushes or just kind of pants on head gameplay where they're just running around, you know, kind of mixed style. No, 3D Max looked like a team here today. They played as a team. They had strategy. They had tactics that they clearly rehearsed. They had clear roles in their team. Like this, you know, in Counter-Strike, you often see a lot of skill players put together, and you know, it can be fun and stuff like that, but they don't look like a real team. I feel like 3D Max looked like a great team here today, despite losing against LDLC. There's no shame in that.
Absolutely not. They are the world champions right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys, we do have Flipside and Mousesports coming up next, and that's what you have to look forward to. I think we'll have an hour gap, right? That is correct?
I think we'll speak to teams and see.
Okay, we might be able to run that a bit earlier, of course.
Well, you'll see on the schedule anyway.
Yeah, we have to allow for the potential 3-mapper there. Either way, guys, we'll see you after the break. We're back as soon as we can with the next match.